Hello! Today I'm going to show you how I transfer a drawing onto a canvas. In this case, this is a canvas panel that I've already painted on, or not already painted on, without having to draw the whole thing onto the canvas and erase and make a big mess out of it. You can draw it somewhere else and just transfer it on with this Surreal transfer paper. And I like to use white, so I just cut off a big sheet of white transfer paper. And it's really cool because you can erase it if it gets onto the canvas panel at all. So what I do is I just put it here against my canvas panel where I want to have my drawing. And there's two sides of it. So you want to put the side down that obviously is going to put marks onto the canvas. There's one side that doesn't have marks. And then this side, as you can see, I scratched a bit here. It came off. So you want to have this side down. And then I'm going to use some painter's tape. This is just Scotch blue painter's tape. And you don't want to use anything stronger than this because then you're gonna, especially if you're working on paper and doing this on paper, you're gonna pull off some paper or paint. So I'm taking my painter's tape and I'm just gonna put enough to hold it onto the canvas panel. Both sides here. But I don't want to tape the bottom pieces because I want to be able to check how my drawing's coming along to make sure that the lines are transferring okay. So there you go. And then I'll take this drawing, which by the way, I have two parts, so let me show you the other part. This is the second part to the drawing. It didn't all fit on my sketch paper. And so that'll be up there. It'll be like, ta-da, like that. So first I want to make sure that, so you can see kind of the dark edge here at the top of the canvas. This would be too high because then I would miss this whole corner of the wing I've drawn here. So I want to make this lower. And then you can kind of see up here, there's still some space for the wing. So around here at least is where I'm going to want to put my subject. Let's see. You can kind of map out where you want it, feel the canvas edges. And don't worry too much about pushing a little hard and transferring some of this because you can erase it. It's like pencil. So I'd say that's about where I want it. The hoof will be like an inch or two from the bottom. The tail will be up here. Same about distance from that to that and that to that. So I think I like that. Yeah, I like that. And so I'm just going to go ahead and do the same thing. Tape this to my canvas panel and to the transfer paper. And that's George in the background, my African gray. If you can hear whistling. Okay. Ta-da! There you go. And since this is kind of coming up here on the bottom, I'm going to come on here and just rip it off. There. See, now it's nice and flat. So, now all I have to do is is etch my drawing down onto the canvas panel, and then it'll make if it all goes as planned, it'll push this down and create a white line where my drawing was. And here we go. You want to use enough pressure that the lines are transferring, but you shouldn't have to use too much. And another option here is to use a pen so you can kind of see where your lines are, where you've already done on your drawings. You don't have to keep going over it, but I actually just prefer to use an etching tool and then check on it every once in a while to see if it's transferred all right. And what I'm copying now, what I'm tracing now, is just the main like lines that I want on my canvas panel as a guide. I don't need to put every detail down because I'm still going to reference this sketch as I paint it. And that'll be kind of up to you whether you want to like put every detail down for your reference while you're still getting used to it. But eventually you'll have enough confidence where you can just get the main ideas down and all your little edges. George is trying to whistle the Zelda theme, I think. Okay. And that's the Andy Griffith song. Okay, awesome. Now that I've gotten that down, I've got to go ahead and put my second part, the wings, on there. So in order to do this, there you go, got it cut. So now, what I'm gonna do is just take this transfer paper. So I've taken it all off, and now I'm going to reapply the transfer paper, which is cool. You can actually reuse this transfer paper like a ton of times, even when you've already traced through it. There's still like a lot of this chalky stuff like left. So go ahead and grab this one. This is where it gets a little bit tricky, and I'm sure there's like easier ways to do this. But I'm gonna go ahead and re-tape this paper higher up so I can get the second half of my drawing onto my panel. So now I gotta figure out where to line it up. Okay, so kind of got myself into a bit of a pickle here by not already attaching my drawing to the top half of the drawing. That honestly would have been a lot easier for me. But hey, this is where we're at now. So I'm just gonna go ahead and tape this here on both sides and pray that I don't trace it totally off my bottom one. And then the moment of truth. Let's see if my weird broken up way of doing this ended up in a lopsided wing or not. No, it looks awesome! Yay! Cool, so we're done. And that is how, or one way, of transferring your drawing to your canvas. You can also do this with any paper, really. And I like this method because you can paint, obviously, like a whole background on here, not paint over a drawing or be avoiding the drawing the whole time. And then there's this sort of like seamless transition, so it truly looks like the background is behind your subject. So that's cool. Hope you enjoyed this video. This is my first tutorial video. So yeah, hopefully they get better in the future. Thank you for watching. Hope you learned something.